Are you going to be visiting America? Well, here are some tricks and tips that you might need before you go. Hi, Eric here. I've been living in Cambodia for about a year, and now that I'm visiting America for a few weeks and driving through a big chunk of the country, I'm really noticing some big differences that I had sort of forgotten about. And so the purpose of this video is from the standpoint of if I were a Cambodian or a Thai or anyone from Southeast Asia and I was coming to America to drive a car for a while, what are some things that I would want to know? So that's what this video is about. It's things that you need to know, some tips, some tricks, and also a thing or two that you definitely should not do in America. So let's start with number one. One of the big differences between places like Cambodia and Thailand and America is that in Cambodia and Thailand, the law is that somebody else is going to pump your gas. But in America, nobody will pump your gas. You have to do it yourself. So here's how you do it. You roll up to a pump and you take out a credit card and you put your credit card in and you pull it out. It'll authorize your credit card. It is not a debit card. And you enter in your zip code. And now you just select your gas. So there's 87, 89, 93. These grades down here are what's typical, and the two higher grades are always a complete waste of money. So you just get the cheapest one. You lift the nozzle. You select your grade. Wait for it to say begin fueling. And you begin fueling. You squeeze the handle and lock it, just like that. And you can see the numbers going up. This particular gasoline is $4.67 per gallon. So it's about $1.15 per liter. This is the number of liters, or the number of gallons, and the number of dollars. So it was about 16 liters, 4 gallons, for $18.46. All you do then is you just put it back, boom, done. It'll spit out a receipt if you want it, which I don't, but there it is. And you get back in your car and you drive away. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So now I'm going to tell you something that you should do when you're traveling on the road in America and something that you should never do. The first thing you should do is you should obey the laws. Unlike in Cambodia, where people run through the red light, they go the wrong way down the road, they turn left from the right lane or right from the left lane. Don't do these things in America because the police are definitely going to be watching out for that, and they don't have any mercy, and you are going to get in trouble if they catch you doing any of these things. Don't speed, don't go too slow, and usually the least expensive ticket, if you've been going too fast, after the court costs about $300, or in Thai baht about 10,000 baht. So very, very expensive. And if you run a red light, it can cost you $500 easily, and you might even lose your driver's license. And they do take that kind of seriously here. Let me tell you what to do if you end up at a traffic stop with the police. If you do happen to be stopped by the police while you're in America during your road trip, here's what you should do, and here's what you shouldn't do. Number one, be very, very polite and respectful. I don't think most foreigners would have a hard time doing that. Just be very polite, very respectful. If you get out of the car without the police officer asking you to, in America, that's considered a threat. to the police officer. The police officer will assume you're there to attack them, and things could get quite ugly. At the very least, they will yell at you to get back in the car, which you had better do right away. Don't get out of the car. Number two, and I cannot stress this enough, one thing I cannot stress enough, a huge do not do in America. Do not try to bribe the police. Don't 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 try to bribe the police. I know that in some countries, we'll say in Southeast Asia, it's commonplace to quietly bribe the police if you get pulled over. For the love of God, do not do that. In America, you will go to jail. You will go to jail. It doesn't matter how many times you apologize. Police just don't accept bribes. The end. Every police officer that I'm aware of has a body cam that is going to take sound and video recordings of everything they do. The police cruisers have cameras on them, and everything is recorded, everything is scrutinized, and the police don't accept bribes. If you try to give a bribe, I'll have to look it up. It's either a misdemeanor or a felony. If you're a foreigner, you're going to jail. If you're an American, you're also going to jail. If you're a foreigner and if you're a local, an American, and you attempt even to give a police officer a bribe, you're going to go to jail. You're going to go to court. You're going to be convicted of a serious crime. You'll probably lose your job, and you'll have a criminal history in America that lasts the rest of your life. If you're a foreigner and you try to do it, you will also go to jail. Then upon being convicted, you will be deported, and you will never get a visa to America ever again. So again, don't try to bribe the police in America. Only bad things can happen. So just follow the laws. You know what the laws are for the most part. Just don't break the law. You can't do it here. Strong suggestion. When you're driving through America, you're probably going to want to stop somewhere to eat, and that's usually going to mean fast food. And you can get Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts. Most of the fast food brands in Cambodia or Thailand are going to be actually from America. So we're going to go to one here that's available in Thailand, but not in Cambodia, called McDonald's, which I'm sure all of you have heard of McDonald's. And I'm just going to show you how you can do it here. If you don't want to get out of your car, it's very common just to be able to do a drive-through like this. So let's go to the drive-through, and I'll show you how it works. You just come on in, and you can see the specials that they have right now. I don't think we're going to get a special. All right, Saimai, what do you want to eat?
Maybe bacon. That one, the left side.
We're about to come up to an electronic board with a speaker and a microphone, and that's where you order your food.
Thank you for welcome to McDonald. May I take your order?
Hi, yeah, can we get a large #1 with Coke? Let's also do a crispy chicken sandwich with bacon on it. And 1 ice cream cone.
1 ice cream cone.
And 1 chocolate sundae.
$23.69 is first window.
$23.59, thank you.
You're welcome.
It may look like this is a very long line, but in America, each car only takes about 60 seconds. Usually the best way to pay is just with a credit card. Quick, easy, no problem.
$23.69. A Coke.
He's taking the order with one hand and using my credit card with another hand. Thank you. Okay, now we go to this next window. This is pick up here. And let's just see what we get. Quite some characters at the local McDonald's.
You need a drink carrier?
Yes, I think that would be helpful. Thank you.
How's your day been?
Long drive. How about you?
I just stand there. Here you go.
Thank you.
Put some ketchup in that bag for you.
Okay.
Got your for the cone and your Sunday coming.
Great.
Here you go.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, let's just take a look at what we've got here. Just pull over for a minute. This is, in America, this looks like a medium drink. I ordered a large drink, they gave us a medium drink. This is what a medium drink looks like. We got a medium fry. We have one crispy chicken for Saimai. Here you go, Saimai. And for Eric, we have a Big Mac, which, in case you're wondering, is exactly like a Big Mac from anywhere else in the world. Okay, only the sizes are large. So like I said, this is a medium. I was looking for a large, but hey, it'll get the job done. That's what it's like to order from McDonald's. The only other difference is that it's very common to actually eat while you're driving, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So we do, after all, have a long trip to take. It's going to make your life a lot easier to drive in America if you understand how the interstate system works. So there's lots of roads in America, maybe more roads than almost any other country as far as number of kilometers of roads. But the interstate system is the big, huge, fast highway system that runs through every state in America, and it was mostly built in the 1950s, and they're still building it. And it's just a huge number of kilometers of roads. And if you're driving any long distance, this is the road you're going to be using, one of the interstates. The interstates can be identified by having a blue sign with a red top. And on that interstate is a number, and that will tell you the number of the road. Now, the only way that you can get on and off one of these roads is through something called an exit. You have to use an exit to get off, and they're all numbered. And you also have to use an exit to get on. You can't just turn on from anywhere. There are no roads that lead directly under the interstate, only by entrances and exits. While you're looking for an exit, if you're on the interstate, they usually will show what kind of restaurants and gas stations are available at each exit so that you can decide if you want to get off or not, because usually you cannot see these businesses from the highway. When you're looking at an interstate sign, the numbers can be even or odd. If they're even numbered highways, like I-40 or something like that, then you are going to be able to travel east and west on that highway. Even numbers, so highway numbers that end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, those go only east to west. And then if you want to go north or south, you take an odd numbered highway. So like I-75 or a highway that's an odd number ending with 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. They only go north or south. Furthermore, you will see some 3-digit highways like 640. So 640, like all other 3-digit highways, is an interstate that goes around a city. So it doesn't go like a normal interstate, east, west, north, south. It usually goes around cities, often in a circle. And so that's what it means when you see a 3-digit interstate number. So the interstates are extremely well organized. There are green mile markers at every point. Every mile you'll see another marker, and a mile is 1.6 kilometers. So if you can understand those things, you'll know, are you going north, are you going south? It'll tell you how many miles to the nearest big cities. If you understand how to use the interstate system, traveling is going to be much easier. So yeah, that's my tip. Know the interstate system, just understand how it works, and your ride's going to be a lot easier. Well, that was just a short list of things that I think that you would need to know if you were a visitor who is going to be driving a car in America. I hope this set of tips and tricks did help you. And if it did, please like and subscribe and come back for more videos. Have a great day.